And it is the final whistle. Maidstone United 1, Torquay United 0. Massive 3 points in terms of this season for the Stones. Keeps them right up in the mix at the top end of the table. And that hoodoo for Torquay against Maidstone United, Nigel, just keeps going on.
Yep, so that extends the record now. 13 wins, 3 draws and 2 losses to Torquay United. You know,
Sittingbourne are not going to try and steal any limelight away from Maidstone and Charlie Seaman, but Sittingbourne have just taken a last-minute lead at Southend. I know we're Maidstone, but Sittingbourne have just gone and won it at Southend by the look of things. I know we're obviously reporting on our game, but that is absolutely astounding from Sittingbourne if they can now hold on and that happens to be the result. But yes, Nigel, the other hoodoo, Sittingbourne obviously have a hoodoo on Southend now, but the hoodoo that the Stones hold over Torquay, it's not been their day again today, has it?
No, it hasn't been their day, but I don't think you can say that it's been undeserved. I mean, we talked about there on commentary some of the games we've played against them in the past, and you know, I remember back to that National League South campaign, which we ultimately got relegated from. But when they played them here in the early August in that in the game, Alabi got that goal, didn't he?
Yes.
Late on, but you know, for much of that game, Torquay were asking all the questions, but you can't say that here today. You know, it was all Maidstone really. You know, there was no sort of. Yes, they had a little bit of patterns of play early in the second half, but did they really put a ball in the box? Did they really put a cross in the box that really tested the Maidstone defence? You know, I can't recall one, and it's just, you know, they're going to say it's a mistake, really, maybe from the Charlie Seaman goal, but he took it so well. You know, I mean, the chance was there, but he just took it so well, just kept it low, kept it, you know, into that bottom corner, and the keeper couldn't get there. But yes, they probably should have closed him down, but you know, it's the second clean sheet on the bounce, and it's just it was just a really good performance from Maidstone. I think, you know, they won their battles and ultimately they won the war.
They certainly did. Well, they've won the battle today. The war itself, technically, may be a long way to go this season for Maidstone United in National League South, but it's a huge tonic of 3 points. Still plenty of games going on in South. Only Western-super-Mare 1-0 with Hemel, and Weymouth 5-1 win over Welling have finished. Truro Bath was goalless in the end, so everything else is in stoppage time. Sittingbourne with their goal in the trophy, 96th minute. In the 7 minutes of stoppage time they had there at Roots Hall. Hopefully Maidstone might be going to somewhere like Southend next season, potentially in the league rather than in the Cups, Nigel.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the ultimate prize, isn't it? But it's just about, like George says, you know, you just got to keep accumulating your points. And, you know, we're backing up that away record we've got now, and we're actually picking up points at home. And I think, you know, we said it, didn't we, on commentary, Charlie Seaman, I don't think they really dealt with him all afternoon, did they? Early in the game, in that first half, he got into space so many times. His crossing let him down, but you know, just for that, you know, you could see it on the goal there when you look back at the highlights. He had so much room there, didn't they?
It's the composure. He's had a few chances like that. I mean, the goal he got at Worthing, for example, was very similar, but more of a scudded finish because of the coming together. The reassuredness that he had was on a level that I've probably not seen for quite some time from Charlie Seaman, because he gets in those positions and he has, I mean, he admitted to us at Worthing as well that he probably should have had a hat-trick that afternoon, for example. So he certainly turns up for the bigger games and gets the big goals, because that's 1 against Worthing, 2 against Torquay this season for the lad, isn't
exactly.
it?
And you know, I was also impressed with Jordan Hicks in there, real captain's performance. I think, you know, he came in today. He didn't play last week at Worthing here, but I think he gave the team that control in the middle of the park. You know, he was very much breaking up the play, driving us forward when we need to get forward. And he had that chance there where he got up into the box in the first half.
Yep.
You know, that proper box-to-box midfielder sort of a game. And I think you could hear him geeing the boys on and, you know, giving out instructions, which is what you want from your captain. And it's just like, you know, and the back line again was, you know, they were superb. I mean, Temi, you know what I mean? He just really puts his ball on the line, and there's at the end of the game there, he was the one that just headed that ball up off the line, wasn't it? That Alexis came out to claim there. But he had a chance himself again, you know, from that from that corner. You know, he's definitely a marked man in there, and he still manages to get chances. And
Tate Trusty as well, I'll mention, in the midfield, complimenting Higgs, hitting the crossbar in the first half, of course, the closest that he'd come this season for the Stones. Torquay will be disappointed. We did say, I made a note of it, that their set plays in the second half as well were pretty disappointing. They were terrible in the first half. Everything got overshot, but even in the second half, they didn't really do much to test the Stones. I mean, the best defender for Torquay at some points was Cody Cook on that far post for that one right near the end as well, and ended up fouling Andre Jr. anyway, didn't they?
I mean, that's two games on the trot now for Torquay that they've drawn a blank. So last week at home to Hampton and Richmond, they played last week. 2 draws before that as well, so only 2 points from 12 for them. From all accounts, they did have a lot of the play against Hampton last week. They just couldn't score. Which you'd expect, and similar like we were against Worthing here a week prior as well. But they certainly can't say that today. I mean, I think defensively as a team, we just closed them down as well. They didn't have a chance to sort of build up from the back, and it was a lot of the balls they were putting forward were like long, hopeful builds, just because that press is really sort of good from the Stones. Yeah. And I was impressed with German when he came on second half as well. We said it on commentary there. He just gives you that something a little bit of extra. He just holds that ball up there, and he just gives Aaron Blair all that time, and he's such a dangerous player. It was harsh on Johnson having to pull him off after an hour, but it's obviously giving all these players the minutes and getting them up to speed as well, because Johnson, bear in mind, had that chance. Blair's ball across, he was so close to putting that one in he was. Just before he got taken off. He did everything right. He was on the stretch trying to get that ball. He just couldn't get that stretch on it. But again, it was just an all-round good performance, and it's going to give the team that. It's like you said in our previews as well. Things like this just give you that confidence, and seeing it out as well, getting that goal. Still 15, 20 minutes left when we scored, wasn't there? With the stoppages, to see that game out so comfortably, it's going to give you so much confidence. And we're already the league's leaders in clean sheets this year, and we're just adding to that. We're just making it very hard to beat, but a very hard to beat team. And when you've got players like Aaron Blair and the threats of Charlie Seaman, and the crossing ability of Ben Brooks, and Seaman as well, and Jordan Hicks in there, and we've still got Sam Corn to come back. It's all very, very good. Yeah, and obviously you mentioned about the clean sheets. It was Eastbourne Borough we were tied with. They beat Tunbridge 2-1 today, and Dorking won 3-1. Quickly take you through those results. Chelmsford 1-0 with Chesham, Chippenham 2-1 against Aveley, Dorking 3, Slough 1. Eastbourne Borough 2, Tunbridge 1. Tunbridge 10 men in the end. Enfield beat Farnborough. Hornchurch 1-0 with Salisbury. The Mighty Stones here with that 1-0 win. St Albans Hampton postponed. Truro Bath goalless. Weston and Hemel a goal apiece. So Weston still unable to turn that around and get some form for them. Probably the result of the day, bar this one. Weymouth 5, Welling 1. Absolutely ridiculous down there, because that's been... I mean... They weren't far off it against us a couple of weeks ago, the other Tuesday, to be fair. And it's one of those, when you're down there, you've got that much frustration that you're just going to and give it to someone. And, I mean, there's no better place or time to give it to other than a side that's only a few points away from you. So looking at that, Weymouth 19, Aveley 20, St Albans 21, Enfield 23. Aveley, St Albans and Enfield all with games on hand over Welling, who are on 30. Bath 31, Salisbury 32. Hornchurch 33, Hemel 35, Slough 36, Farnborough, Chippenham, Chelmsford 38, Chesham 39, and then we get into the top 10 that obviously we've looked at before in that title running preview video. Do go and have a look or listen online for that. Tunbridge 43, Hampton 44 by virtue of not playing today, Weston on 48, Truro on 50, Torquay, I was going to say I never got a chance to say it, but most of those teams in the top 6 could be anywhere between 1st or 6th come 5 o'clock this evening, and that's proven the case for Torquay. Bournemouth didn't play in the league. They are in FA Trophy action. Still trying to see what's happened with theirs. They lost 2-0 at Aldershot, so they'll be back in league action, as will Worthing, but we'll mention them in a minute. So Bournemouth 5th on 52, Torquay 6th on 52, and then 4 sides on 55. Eastbourne Borough in 4th, Worthing in 3rd, Maidstone in 2nd, and Dorking in 1st by virtue of goal difference. They've scored 16 more than us, have conceded 14 more than us. So they are those literal
2 goals ahead of the Stones. And obviously it's a long way off March 11th, but that game is now one that a lot of focus is going to turn to. But, I mean, yeah, you've still got to look at Worthing and Bournemouth, both with 2 games in hand. Torquay, Truro, each with a game in hand as well. But a commanding win for the Stones, deserved 3 points. Happy with that, Nigel?
Absolutely. If you're not happy with that, then
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Are you not entertained? So Darren and Alex will be on the mic for the Slough away return game. You might have seen Alex in the background, to be fair. That's why he's here to pick up the kit. Slough away return game next Saturday. Nigel and I will have a preview video and podcast for you before that as ever, pertaining to that Slough away game. From the 2 of us, thanks for your company again today. And on an afternoon where the Stones just beat Torquay again, because it's just what they do.
Just what they do,
Just what they do. Thanks again today. And as always,
come on, you Stones!